Hi, I'm attorney Ben Schwartz, and today we're going to answer a viewer question. The question has to do with slip and fall personal injury cases, and the question is, in a slip and fall case, does it matter who the property owner is? And the answer is overwhelmingly yes. It makes a huge difference who the property owner is. It makes a difference in terms of whether you have a case that can be pursued in the first place. It makes a difference in terms of how the case is pursued, what court you have to file in, what things you have to do prior to filing suit in order to have an actual lawsuit and protect the claim. So essentially, there are three different types of property owners. One is residential property owners, two is commercial property owners, and three is governmental property owners. If you have each one of these types of property owners, you might have certain requirements or certain laws that only apply to that type of property owner. So if you have a case that involves a residential property owner, it's a slip and fall at someone's home, things that you need to take into consideration are things like, is there immunity on the part of the homeowner? Even if the homeowner acted in a negligent manner, if you're injured in their home, you still may not be able to sue them. We're in Wilmington, Delaware right now as we're videotaping this, and if you slipped and fell in my home in Wilmington and you're my guest, you would not have a case because Delaware has what's called a premises guest statute, and that statute or that law says that if you are a guest without payment in someone's home, you can't sue them for negligently injuring you. Another type of property owner or landowner might be a commercial landlord. So if you slip and fall, say, in a supermarket, that's a business. That would be a commercial property, and the law would be different for the commercial property owner than it is for a residential property owner. And the third type of property owner is governmental or municipal property owners. If you have a slip and fall on government property, then you run into things like, again, immunity statutes. So in Delaware, if you slipped and fell on property belonging to a town or a municipal government, then the Delaware municipal immunity statute might apply depending on what you were doing there and what type of land it is, whether it's a government building or otherwise. It might apply to bar your claim. It's something that you need to talk to an attorney about if you slip and fall on government property. Another issue that comes up with government property is notice requirements. In most, if not all, municipal or town charters in the state of Delaware, there's a 1-year notice requirement, which basically says that if you slip and fall on town property, you may have several years to file a lawsuit, but you have to provide, you have to deliver notice to the town administrator, to the mayor, depending on which town it is, within 1 year. And if you don't do that, you may not be able to pursue a lawsuit later because you failed to give them their statutory notice. Another consideration that comes up in government property cases is it federal government property? Because if it is, you're going to be making a claim under the Federal Tort Claims Act, or the FTCA, and if you do that, there are notice requirements for that as well, and that under FTCA, you've got to file your lawsuit in federal court, not in state court. So yeah, in order to answer the question, that was a long answer to a short question, but the short answer to that question is yes, it makes a huge difference what type of property it is and who the owner is and what the use of the property is. So I think the bottom line is, if you have a slip and fall and you're injured, what you need to do is you need to go to a personal injury lawyer in the jurisdiction where the accident happened, someone who handles a lot of premises liability cases and slip and fall cases, because they will know how to identify who the property owner is. They'll be able to categorize what type of property owner it is. They'll be able to know and research the law to make sure that you protect your rights to make sure that proper notice is given, to make sure that the lawsuit's filed in the appropriate court, and they will also be able to advise you on any immunities or any laws that will defeat your claim or could defeat your claim for personal injuries. I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. If you have questions about slip and fall cases, auto accident cases, medical malpractice cases, other types of personal injury cases, please send me an email, ben.schwartz@schwartzandschwartz.com. You can also check us out, connect with us on Facebook at facebook.com/schwartzandschwartz.